Hey,
Some.
what's up, Brian?
How are you, sir?
Good, good. How about you?
Couldn't be better.
You're living the life down there, huh?
Well, if I'm going to be stuck somewhere, it might as well be here. How about you up there?
Oh, hanging in there. My worry is that you don't want to come back after all of this.
That may have already happened.
I know. That's what I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, well, I hope he doesn't just decide to stay down there for good.
I'm working on getting my license, but we'll see.
Right.
So anyway, let's jump into it. COVID-19, things are ever changing. I just saw Ben Hess, my broker, keeps me updated really well, keeps us updated on what's going on. So there's a bill on the governor's desk now to get us back to work, and passed one thing and it's got to pass the other thing, and maybe we can get out there. Are
Yep,
you
I
following
saw
up
that.
on that?
I saw the same thing. It's at the Senate level right now, I think, and then it has
Yeah.
to get to the governor after that. So we'll uh we'll see. But I mean, that's encouraging.
Right. I mean, so then that's going to be my first question, which I'm asking everybody I interview. I want to know what people in different parts of our field how their life has been affected personally and professionally. So, in a normal day, I know you're out running around shooting videos and stuff like that. So, what does your day look like now, since this quarantine has come into play?
Yeah, so I mean it's bittersweet, Some things are I'm taking some positives out of it and some negatives out of it. Of course the financial setback would have to be a negative. We're not allowed to be out there filming right now. But I'm taking some time to work on the business rather than in the business. So that's been a good thing. Really working on branding and reconstructing some things right now. So that's kind of what I've been focused on. We're doing a little bit of client work for people, just small editing jobs and things like that to kind of keep us by. But for the most part, it's been spending a lot of time with my girlfriend, getting outside to exercise a lot more, talking on the phone with my parents and my grandparents more. So, those are the positives that are coming out of this for sure.
Right. You had mentioned the income thing, and I want to touch on that and maybe dive in that in a little more detail. I don't know if your parents or anybody else watching's parents have ever said, put it away for a rainy day.
Yeah,
Guess what, y'all? You can change the name of
here we
COVID-19
are.
to rainy day. Yeah, this is rainy day. So obviously, we're not going to get into all the negatives that have happened, but I mean, some positives that are going to come out of this, I think, in regards to income and rainy day along that line is um, people are going to run their businesses, their finances, their business finance and their personal finances a lot different, I think. What do you think about that? Saving money for that rainy day. I mean, who in their right mind would ever think the world wouldn't be able to work for 30 to 60 days? And we really don't know how long it's going to be. And when we get back, it's not going to be full blown. But how do you think maybe you're going to change the way you're looking at your business financially?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. A lot of companies out there only have a reserve for maybe 15 to 30 days, and that's what scares me more than anything. For us, fortunately, I don't have a whole lot of overhead, so I am able to save my money for the most part, and put it aside. But I think that businesses will start to think more about that in the future, for things like this. And another thing too, without there being so much disposable income for businesses, I think they're going to be, from a consumer standpoint, they're going to be forced to work with who they can trust, from this point going forward. It's not necessarily about who's the cheapest or, how can we save a buck here and there. It's how can we do this right moving forward and present ourselves in the right way. So, I think people like us, will be able to kind of bounce back from something like this. And I think other
Well, I
businesses are going to have to start picking and choosing who they're going to want to spend their money with.
Right. I'm going to be having another live interview. One of my guests is going to be Doug. He's a financial advisor. And I'm going to talk to him. There's got to be some sort of formula as business owners that would tell us how many months of expenses we should have saved to be like a balanced business. So stay tuned on upcoming episodes. I'm going to try to figure that out. But yeah, I actually, there's a lot of good that's going to come out of this too. And I mean, we can all go to the news for the negative, but I like to bring out the good in it. So for your business specifically and my business, the good's going to be that the market's going to turn back on slowly, but when it does, it's going to go bananas. And I don't know I've been watching the news. I haven't seen anything today that really should spark the market picking up, but I've been contacted by a buyer yesterday and a buyer today, or a seller today I'm going to have interviews with. So it's starting to kind of slowly, interest is starting to pick back up, answering questions like that. But the video sector of real estate has been, a luxury. I have been saying it for years, that, oh, you should be doing video, you should be doing video. It is now, everybody has seen that it is a requirement to do video. So your business specifically, I hope you're prepared with staff, because it is going to blow up after this is all within the next 6 to 7 months. Once people come out of a corner and start making a little bit of money, they are going to be doing video and asking you to do video out the wazoo. Are you prepared is my question.
Absolutely. I can't wait to give my guys work again. I hope they're on here watching this,
right?
Because, that's been the hardest part for me, is to, I have people that rely on me to live and to,
right.
Provide them with jobs. And unfortunately, as of recently, we haven't been able to do that. So I've been, if anything comes their way, I've been doing it myself, so I'm really, really looking forward to be able to start, outsourcing to my friends again and keeping them busy. So bring it on. I'm gonna
ask you a question. I want you to think about it for a second while I say hi to somebody. The question would be, what type of video should realtors be thinking about doing with you after this is all released? While you think about that, Kelly Borowski, I just wanted to say hi, one of my regulars on here. And you see it picking up, Kelly, and can you post in the comments on why you think that is, or what's going on your end? Connor, what when this all clears and we're allowed to go back outside and people can get videos done, what type of videos should realtors be contacting you for?
Well, like I said earlier, people are going to want to work with who they can trust. So the biggest thing moving forward, I think, is putting yourself on the camera and letting your buyers and sellers get to know who you are, instill that trust in them. I think that, FaceTime, and I don't mean like an iPhone FaceTime, I mean like putting your face in front of the camera. I think that is going to be the most beneficial type of video moving forward. Of course, our property tours and, things like that help to better market the property itself. But in terms of growing your business from a realtor standpoint, it's all about the FaceTime and, putting yourself out there.
Right. Let me interject. And I'll tell you what, we've been saying to people forever that you got to start doing video, you got to start doing video. But now with this, it became a necessity. Again, it took it away from being a luxury. I can't get on Instagram without looking at someone's stories and seeing at least 5 freaking Zoom screenshots, and I'm guilty for doing one of them. So now this has forced people to do Zoom. They see themselves on video. They may not like it, but they're doing it day after day after day. I just saw one of my good friends, Georgie Smeagol, top Coldwell banker. She was on a Zoom, and now her and her her office mate Matt Olison did a Zoom interview back and forth, and they posted it live to the public, which I thought was interesting. So we are forced, or I should say other realtors are forced now to come out from behind that camera. And listen, realtors, you could still be behind the camera. I think some of the things you should be considering is you have to have some sort of video on your listing, provided it's a decent listing and a decent price point. If you're not going to do a flashy video like I do with Connor, you should at least have them do a walkthrough video, because I mean, for years now, people have been buying houses from Wisconsin, Toronto. I've even had investors that want to buy a flip that required me to do video. So video is going to become, it's going to be taken away from being a luxury, and it's going to be a necessity. And honestly, if you're going to a listing appointment and you don't tell them you do video, you're kind of pissing in the wind to get that listing.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, doing video only helps you progress your business further, for getting new listings, going to listing appointments. Like you said, if you don't do something like that, your competition is. So you better get with it, or else you're not going to last very long, is my opinion. And it's not that hard either. Like you said, it doesn't have to be like a big flashy video at all. It can be as simple as, like, I know you like to go in and do the Facebook Lives whenever you're going through a listing appointment. You know, stuff like that even just helps get it out there more, helps get your personality out there more. And it's all comes back to branding at the end of the day.
Right, and I was just on another webinar. I was watching. I wasn't on it. Dion Malish and Mike Hanlon from Realty One had a bunch of panelists on it. Brian Zaper, who we know, Jen Krause, and those guys. And a couple of them said that their business is coming from being on video, and that the consumer feels like they already know the realtor, and it's an icebreaker. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to get to know someone's personality before you make the single largest transaction? I mean, you could look at their videos without them even knowing it. So you may not like them, that personality may not mesh up with you. And that's why I think video is such a big thing. And there's, you know, people could be doing vlogs with Burgh Brothers. You could be, if you're specific to an area like South Fayette, maybe I've seen people doing a series. Nick Bova's doing something. I think I saw him at his alma mater, his high school was doing something like that. We do the Lawrenceville Living videos.
Yep, for sure. It's all about establishing rapport with people who don't already know you.
100%. So your daily activities now, are you trying to, you know, go out and get other business, or do you just wait for us to come to you? How does that work?
Well, you know, like I said, we're not out filming anything right now. I see people that are, and I don't quite understand it, but we're not doing that. So like I said, the only thing we're really doing is like small editing jobs and things like that. So I'm just staying in touch with my clients and letting them know that I'm here for them. I'm not trying to solicit any business right now. But I'm more than happy to consult with anybody, give them my opinion on what they could be doing right now through this time. Just trying to let people know that we're here to help. You know, things will pass, and we'll be busier than ever, like you said, whenever this all does pass. So I'm not soliciting or, you know, anything right now. We are taking some jobs though, just by nature of, you know, our clientele, where people are asking us to complete some things. So
yeah, I would think if you had any backlog, now would be a great opportunity to get rid of that backlog. I know I'm probably one of your biggest clients, and I don't have anything. I mean, the pause button has been hit, and there's just really nothing else we could do at this point in time. But again, once that faucet's open back up, it's going to be, you know, I was watching another webinar. Orrin Alexander is the #1 Douglas Elliman team in the whole company across the world, said that what they're doing is they're enjoying this downtime as best they can. They're doing things fitness-wise, learning how to cook and stuff like that, because this is never, God willing, this is never going to happen to us again. I mean, we have been unemployed for, I think I've been on, this is my 3rd week unemployed. It'll be 5 weeks total if we go to the end of the month. It's never going to be to a point where we're all, as realtors, forced unemployed again. So I think it's good to take some time to, you know, watch webinars, earn some designations. Yesterday I spent a handful of hours. I just went on YouTube and typed in how to make an IG live better or something, and I just got stuck watching video after video. And you know, I picked up like 1 or 2 things which I thought were pretty good. Just trying to enjoy it and get healthy and stuff like that, because you know, being healthy helps beat the common flu and the COVID flu. So
I know I've been running. You'll be proud of me. Yeah, right.
What?
I've been running.
I love it.
It makes me feel like I don't have the virus. If I can run, you know, 1-2 miles, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't have it.
Dude, it's funny you say that. I mean, I run 3 miles a day down here in Miami, and I swear it's not to get in shape. It's not to eat ice cream. I swear it's just to monitor my lungs. Do I have anything in there? Am I getting the virus? It's like a stealth check for me. And I even bought a candle at the grocery store that I like down here at the Airbnb, just to make sure my sense of smell was working, because that's another thing they say, your sense of smell and taste can go away. So I light that candle in the morning. Okay, I'm good. Let's go for a run. I'm good. So you're checking yourself, and you're making yourself healthy. So I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. And going back to what you said about, you know, sharpening your skills, taking this time to relax a little bit, you know, those are all things that I'm sure you can relate. We constantly, when things weren't like this, we're saying, I wish I had the time to do this. I wish I had the time to do that. You know, I would be learning this, but I don't have the time to do it. So now is the perfect time to take that time to yourself and accomplish those things that you've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, and don't feel guilty about it. I mean, everybody here works hard. We work long hours. Even if you don't work long hours, sometimes you work these odd hours. So don't feel guilty about taking, if you're awake 12 hours, taking 8 hours of the day to do what you want. Spend it with your dog, spend it with your girlfriend, boyfriend, family, whatever it is. Sit at the pool if you're in Miami. I mean, whatever. Don't feel guilty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look at you, right?
That's making me, that's a speech, that's a soapbox speech, so I don't feel guilty. But anyway, last thing I want to move on to is let's put our binoculars on and let's look down the line here. Say May 1st, they open up the gates. Now, I've already been on a couple other Zoom conferences and stuff like that, and I see things going around that, and I even watched, is it Governor Cuomo say that, even if we open this back up on May 1st, it's not just free for all, bananas, everybody go nuts. There's going to have to be, I don't know if it's NAR, PAR, or FAR. Somebody's going to be putting some regulations in play on what rules are, because we were talking about this in a different webinar, and that is like, you're going to have to, if you're a listing agent, if it's a vacant house, I mean, do you count on the buyer's agent to go in and clean everything? Is the seller who's out of state going to rely on you as a listing agent to clean everything? Or if there's multiple showings at the same time, do we all stay outside? What do you see as far as realtors and video? Put on your binoculars and tell me what you see in the next 30 days.
So, like you said, I don't think we're just going to, at the snap of a finger, just bounce back and everything is going to go back to normal. I do see real estate bouncing back pretty quickly, because this is going to create different scenarios and situations for everybody. The people that are on the front lines of this, a lot of them are getting bonuses and things like that, which they deserve. And coming out of this, they might want to upgrade their living situation. Unfortunately, on the other end of that, some people might have to downgrade their living situation. So I don't see like the real estate market just ending out of nowhere. But getting back to your question about how will all of this affect the way people go into houses and whatnot, I don't think the open house is going to be a thing in the near future. I think they're going to try to take that virtually, whether that be through a cinematic like video, through a 3D video, or maybe even you could go to the house if it's vacant and do a Facebook Live and walk around for people that way. But I think people will be a little bit skeptical about going into other houses, and then some people are going to be very skeptical about letting people come into their house as well.
There's so much that's still unknown.
Totally understandable.
There's so much still that's unknown. Like I was watching every morning, I watch the news now, and they said, it could stay on cardboard for 17 hours. It could stay on metal for 24 hours. Like, we're still learning about this stuff. We really don't know. So that's why I know a lot of realtors and the PAR made a pitch to the governor to get back to call us essential. But I'm against that, to be frank. That's where my stance is. There's just not enough known out there for us to go out and show houses and be complete. Safely. I mean, I have 70-some-year-old parents. I don't want to take it back. God forbid you were the catalyst for a client passing away because you went out and showed houses too early, or you went on a listing appointment. It's crazy. And I want to touch base on what you were saying. Anytime there's anything that happens in the economy, in the market, people need to sell houses and people need to buy houses. So they talk about unemployment. I know it's record numbers and all that, but there are businesses that are making more money. Grubhub, 3M, Amazon, Walmart, grocery stores. These people may be able to buy a house now. Unfortunately, some people may have been living on the top of their means, which as a realtor, I always talk to my clients and tell them, don't live on the top of your means. You never know what's going to happen. They may have to sell a house. So anytime there's a blip, whether it's huge in the market or small in the market, there's going to be a rash of buying and selling. And you're right, this market's going to take off. I've said it on many other interviews. This spring market, which we are in now, that's on a pause button, is just getting pushed back. It's usually compact and hard and heavy. It's going to get pushed back and elongated, in my opinion. It's going to put us right into the summer months. The summer months are usually slow in Pittsburgh because we're seasonal. People are on a vacation now. I can guarantee you when we get out of this, they're not going to go on vacation. Not many are anyway. So this market, Pittsburgh realtors, I can only speak for us. My prediction is it's going to go gangbusters. And every one of my listings, Connor, is going to have a video. So the big ones will have cinematic ones, but the other ones are just going to have a choppy one of me walking through with a wide angle lens, doing a complete
Exactly.
video tour. It's going to take 13, 15 minutes, unedited, unprofessional.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, that the video is going to play a key part in the way that you guys market houses from this point moving forward. And I see that you're starting to do the 3D tours too with Matt, which is awesome. Those sort of things are going to help give your sellers, you know, reassurance that you don't have to invite a million people into their house to show them the property. You know, those are the sort of things that I think people are going to start adapting to moving forward.
Mark my word, sellers are going to ask you, are you going to do a video?
Yeah.
They're going to ask listing agents, are you going to do a video? So you might as well start doing video and put that in your pre-listing presentation, put that in your social media and tell people that you are going to do video and you should be doing video. Your business is going to grow exponentially. I have buyers now that want to buy houses and they go online and look at the listing and they see that there's no video. And I'm like, well, there's nothing we could do. So fast forward a year from now, it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah. The cool thing too, you'll have to send me over, even if you do make it yourself, I can put your videos on Zillow now. To kind of boost your search on Zillow. We got our
what format do they have to be in?
The same one, same as they always
MP4?
are. I just have to be the one to upload it because I have the photography account now.
Oh, that's good. So then you can charge other realtors to do that as a service?
Yeah, yeah. So what it means is, and I'm sure you get offered by Zillow all the time to upgrade your account and things like that, but we have the Zillow certified photographer account. So I can upload the videos onto there and it'll attach to your Zillow listing now and it'll boost your search results. So if somebody's searching in that area, your listing will be at the top of the list because you're using Zillow software, and they're going to boost your listings.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and we're kind of wrapping things up here. So I want to give two major takeaways to everybody watching this video. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, Matt Mendelson, who's in my office, I'm not going to discuss his fees because I don't know what they are. He is doing, what's that, Matterport-esque or 3D tours. So if you go to any of my social media within the last couple of days, you'll see them. I will post below his company name and contact info. That's the first thing. The second thing is, contact Connor, contact Burgh Brothers, see what, maybe you don't even know, see what Connor will charge you guys and us and me to get your videos put up on Zillow. That's huge. I know I can't do it because I think I have to shoot it from an iPhone or an iPad or something weird like that, and I have an Android and I'm no longer a Premier agent, so I don't think I can do it at all, but that's a huge benefit.
Yeah, that's what it is, Premier agent.
Yeah, being able to have a video tour of your listing on there is huge for listing appointments and getting it sold. So two takeaways there, Pittsburgh realtors watching. Contact Matt Mendelson for the 3D tour and contact Burgh Brothers and get your videos up on Zillow. That's huge.
Yeah, for sure. It's just one more tool to our toolbox, you know, whenever we're approaching clients. That's one more thing that we have to offer. They'll actually get way more eyes on your video as well. Not only will they boost your search results, but they'll actually put it in front of people. They have their own algorithm worked out with it.
Right.
So yeah, it's cool.
How do you do that now? Do you have to have our login?
No, I just have to have,
cool.
you have to put the listing up first. So there's an ID that's attached to your listing after you post it. And if you go to your link, up in the URL, you'll see it's the last like 5 or 6 numbers up in the link, and that's your Zillow ID. So I just need to know that number, and then I upload it from my account and just attach it to your listing then.
I'm cool. The reason why I ask is when we're done with this, I'm going to send you over Dropbox links of a couple of videos I did of just running through, and then we're going to make this work, and then I'll send it over, and I'll give you something to do today.
Yeah. Send it over. I'll take care of it for you for sure.
Any parting words to the audience?
I had one question somebody asked me earlier. They said, what's a good app to edit videos on your phone? And I actually made a YouTube video about this a while back. I think it's titled How to Cut and Edit Videos on Your Phone. But Adobe Rush is the app that I use for that. And if you go to our YouTube channel, Burgh Brothers Media, and click on tutorials, you'll see it in there. But I made a tutorial on how to use Adobe Rush. It's really simple, but you can film videos right from your phone, cut them up, add music to it, and export it right there. So Adobe Rush,
Awesome.
for those of you wondering.
Awesome. All Pittsburgh realtors, make sure you Google Burgh Brothers Media and check them out and see if that's a fit for you. And we're just trying to bring good content to buyers, sellers, and local realtors during this time of need. So I appreciate you taking some time out of your slow day to help me out.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you asking me to be on here. You know, it gave me something to do, so broke up my day a little bit.
All right, everybody, stay safe, stay quarantined,
Yeah.
and we'll see everybody in about 2 weeks.
Yep, and thank you to all of those working on the front lines right now too.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, stay safe.
Stay safe. Take care.